Hello. Who's here? Me. Welcome to the Friday stream. Can you believe it's Friday already? Which is the start kind of my streaming week because I have to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for these fantastically original web streams we produce right here from my living room studio. And what do we got? We got the Love Lego. We got the Himalayan salt lamp. We're all fired up and ready to go. I got a guitar behind me. We're gonna be playing the guitar. I'll a little preview of the guitar here. Dang old is that a nice looking guitar. Fancy cheap guitar from Amazon. You can kind of see the three dimensionality of the top, but it's in person. It actually looks more because you have two eyes, so there's kind of a depth to it. It's pretty wild. They did a good job for fancy edge for a cheap guitar. I mean, just on the top, but everything else is pretty well put together too. It's got stainless steel frets and a lot of other. We'll talk about it more in the musical section of the show, which is roughly 45, 50 minutes into the well, more like an hour in because we're gonna be flying around for 45 minutes in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's gonna be usage of the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. Do not forget about that. There will be consumption of the Diet Coke, which I warn people about right off the bat because I don't want any, I don't want any cards and letters from people saying their children saw this and now their child is addicted to Diet Coke, which is a good thing, I think, if to happen. Could be worse things you could be addicted to, parents. I think I need you to go to the store right now and buy a couple cases of Diet Coke. Look, pour it out of the can. It tastes much better this way. Into a glass with ice. I'll show you. You'd think it'd come with instructions, but it doesn't. They'll let you drink it right out of the can. I don't think that's a great way. That's tasty. That's some tasty brown fizzy fluid. Look, oh yeah, and it's real cold too because of the ice. I like it super cold. I don't know. I'm just picky about my Diet Coke consumption. We do one a day, and then I cut myself off because who knows? I don't want to be the kind of person who slowly sees a pile of empty Diet Coke cans piling up behind them over the years. And I'm like, no, I'm keeping them. Someday I'll recycle them, but not today. Not that kind of person. No, I recycle them right away. But then again, it's only one can a day. First, that's 365 cans per year, per annum. All right, boy, we're gonna have a fun time today. I'm taking a little break from work. Got my email client up. Actually, I don't. Where's my email client? In case an emergency email comes in from work, rarely happens. Yeah, Jira updates. You don't want to hear about that. All right. But in case there is, I got an email client up because technically I'm still supposed to. Well, yeah, I'm taking a break from work. That's how it works on Fridays. Yeah. So we're flying around I don't know where we're going to go. I honestly don't. I have no destinations in mind. Although, anyway, no, honestly. And because I try not to. And then there'll be the big brain games. That's me playing the Octordle, the Wordles, somebody got some points, not me. The revealed game, the tightrope trivia quiz, and then there'll be a short break, and then we turn into the musical category. Beware of a live musical. I mean, beware of a live musical performance occurring at that time, because it could happen. 27 lousy points. Oh yeah, so it'll be a performance of me on the guitar. I probably will play the guitar. I'll probably talk about guitars, and then knowing me and knowing how this goes, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but knowing me knows that we'll do some karaoke, YouTube karaoke, play along with the guitar and singing for REM songs and various other songs I like to do that with. It's just something I like to do, keep my voice limber. Probably next month in TwitchCon, we'll either be doing like home karaoke night or even going out to like the Wolf Bar or whatever, the place that has the karaoke nights. It's pretty popular in San Diego too. The one in San Diego, I mean, there's somewhere you have you get your own room and it's kind of private and you sing to your friends and things like that. The one in this bar is you sing in the middle of the bar to everyone in the bar, and it's got 80 people in it. So it's almost like a performance, more than just a karaoke song. It's like you're really performing the song. So which is kind of it's nerve wracking, but I like it. I'm looking forward to that. That was last year. We did that. I only sang one song last year, but I got some compliments from the lady who operates the karaoke place karaoke feature. Yeah, so that'll be a Friday stream, probably run around 2 hours or so. Hopefully some people might come in and say hi. It doesn't matter really though. We're switching over. We got the flight simulator loaded up. Where we're going to go, I don't know. What plane we're going to fly in, maybe. Oh, Osprey MV-22 free upgrade available in the marketplace. That's pretty cool because I haven't flown the Osprey because it sucked. But you know, so maybe they fixed it. Let's just see if we can see that. I'm not going to fly this time because I have to customize the controls. Let's see. Where would this be? Upgrade. Oh, upgrades. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Let's just do this. We're gonna get it for free. It's one of my favorite ones that we do a lot. I fly this a lot in 2020. I flew it once in 2024, and it was like it's not as stable when it's in the hover, when you kind of hover and trying to flying like a helicopter. Not even as close. So let's just see where I have. I think I have it disabled. No, I have it for streamed. So we can actually try it out. I'm actually not going to do that today because it requires a customized control scheme so that I can use my feet to control the nacelle angle on the Osprey, which has these, we'll get to it next time. But anyway, it's the fact that they have a free upgrade for it typically means that they have it's finally become an official 2024 release. Previously, it was just a 2020 plane that you could try loading in 2024 and kind of worked. But so, you know what I mean? There's kind of, it's a different category now. But anyway, I don't want to fly it today, but it's good to know. I do want to fly the Tanarg, the ultralight, because a couple reasons. One of them is I'm being lazy and not plug it in my throttle quadrant. The other is it's great for sightseeing. It's real fast. Or not, I mean, it's fast for an ultralight. The 912 indicates that it's got the 120 horsepower, I believe, turbo Rotax engine in it. Let's see. By the way, do we have different colors? Like, I believe I haven't even checked. We got red, we got orange, we got yellow, we got blue, we got tiger, we got zebra, we got blue camo. Yeah, we got a bunch. I don't know what blue camo looks like. So let's find out. I can't really tell from this image here. All right. Okay, so now we've got half sort of done. Now it's just where we want to go, anywhere in the world. I'm kind of pissed off that they broke the Lukla airport. They upgraded it. They updated it as broken. Let's see. Where could we fly? That would be fun. I mean, everywhere is fun. It's a beautiful, clear day apparently across the entire United States today. Where can we fly? Where should we fly? How about Cincinnati? There you go. It's right here. So where are we going to take off? We're on an ultralight. So if we take off too far away, it's going to take a long time to get anywhere. Well, it's, as I mentioned, it's an ultralight, but it'll do a solid 100 knots. I just don't want us to take off from a super large airport. There is this little one here. It's a municipal. I kind of want to take off at something a little smaller. I mean, we're in an ultralight. We can take off from anywhere, but not too far. What's the closest kind of tiny airport? What's this over here? That's concrete. We don't need concrete. What's this over here? 1,000 feet of grass. All right. And then we're going to head east and check out... we're going to head east and we're going to check out... oh, it's even got a little parking ramp so we can cold start. Cincinnati. The other thing is, though, I want to try to, I just upgraded Detroit and Windsor, Ontario, and that they look pretty cool. But I paid $5, and we still have a lot of paid content like Victoria Falls that I haven't got my money's worth out of for streaming. But today is just a break. We're just gonna take a little break. It's a beautiful day across the entire Central America, apparently, U.S. today. There's our Tanarg. Let's talk a little bit about it. I mean, for an ultralight, it's kind of big, but it's obviously super small. It is controlled entirely by balance. So the entire, it's all suspended from that little, from this joint up here. You can kind of see how you can move forward and back and side to side, and still have a pretty safe, attachment to the wing, which is holding up you. And the back, you got that Rotax 912. The 12 indicates, I think, that it's 120 horsepower. Pretty powerful for an ultralight. They could certainly, these Rotaxes you'll see on fixed, small fixed wing planes. Very, very well done. Hello. She's looking right at me, being a little nervous. All right, let's start her up. Of course, simplest to control as you can pretty much imagine. Let's see, we want... Okay, that's fuel in, fuel out, right, because I don't have that anymore. Let's see. Battery on. Magneto on. Starts quite easily. Again, it's one of those two button starts. I don't even know if we have a radio. Do we? Let's find out. Well, we probably have a radio. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, we're gonna head east to Cincinnati.
1 kilo Yankee 8 traffic. KNSH.
I don't know if there's a
taking off runway 21.
there is a parking brake. I guess okay, that little red handle down there is the parking brake. Good to know. Taking off runway 21, which I'm guessing is over here somewhere, but I don't know. I've never been here before. Okay, it's kind of showing this direction. I mean, it's a big spot of... I mean, is this it? I don't know where we are. Which doesn't matter. We're in an ultralight. Oh, there you go. All right, so this is... Oof. Let's just take off. Ready? This is what we get. Full power. Full power to the warp engine, Scotty. There you go. Building up some speed. It's a nice flat patch of grass. We could take off from there. Runway would be nice, but it's optional. We just want to make sure we go over the trees and shit. But plenty of power on this thing again. Quite powerful engine here. Alright, which way is east? This way. We're gonna make this turn here. Wait, do we announce our east? You're going to use almost full power most of the time, but not all the time. So there's this big airport nearby, which I didn't want to take off. I'm going to be real busy. You wouldn't be taking an ultralight off from an airport. This is where we took off. Where is it? This is where we took off from this little field right over there, which you can barely tell has a runway because it's just 1,000 feet of open grass. But that's a perfect place for operating an ultralight out of, and that's specifically where they would. Now, you probably wouldn't want to fly in the airspace. Actually, I believe if you fly low enough, that's legal, right? It's like you have a kind of a ceiling for these kind of for ultralight operations, and they do kind of want you to operate over roads. But again, you got to watch out as somebody's flying low, for those power lines. They'll get you. Sometimes we don't want them to get you. All right, Cincinnati is a ways up ahead. I can see in the distance, so we got a nice, 10-minute flight. What's our speed? We're established about 95 knots, so we're going faster than the cars on the freeway, but it's still a 10-minute drive to the city from here, which is fine. I kind of wanted to. I always like these kind of, we start kind of rural, then it gets kind of suburban, and then it gets kind of urban. You know, it's just you get all those phases of society. Okay, this is where you're... I'm guessing this is where all your fast food places are. You know what I mean? Or restaurants. Okay, we can trim a little bit. In the actual plane, you don't really trim. You just kind of change how you're seated. You move yourself around in the seat. Again, the thing about these, I also want to talk about the Magni Gyro. The flying experience is you have to be in good shape because anytime you're not just kind of flying straight, you're holding your weight against, to move this joint at the top, to move the wing in a particular direction, and effectively that's a pretty heavy thing that you're kind of have to move around to get your balance right. So it's an arm workout. You can see there's a big arm there. It looks like something you'd see a little bit in a gym, because you need to be kind of strong. I mean, for a few minutes it's easy, but if you want to fly this thing for an hour, yeah. Okay, Cincinnati is up this way. We're not going to take that road because that looks like it's kind of we don't necessarily have to take every road. I want to see what there is. Looks like some more shopping malls. Plenty of room for shopping malls out here near Cincinnati. It's Ohio. Oh, this is not a shopping mall. This is definitely a square. A square? Okay. I don't know. I mean, not definitely, but that's my theory. We'll see. Wow. I don't know now. This is kind of a huge parking lot. And it looks like a factory. I don't know what that is. There's me not knowing. That's okay. Oh, yeah, there's a river. Let's go up the river. I'm going to trip over the river here. But yeah, we're doing about 90 miles an hour, which is a really good speed, and we still go slow enough that we get a really good feeling for what the terrain is below. And of course, ultralights don't have windows, so you don't have to worry about weird reflections off your windows. But I don't know, what river is Cincinnati on? I don't know. I don't really know. I wish I knew more stuff. Pretty though. It's a pretty one. It's a pretty big one. and it's definitely a big river. I might go look it up on the Google Maps here. But as you can see, we are getting ever closer. It's a gorgeous day. I want to double check. Actually, I do need to double check that I have live weather. Okay, live weather is selected and real time. So it's about 2:49 in the afternoon. It's about 11:49 here, 11:50 here in California. Looking at some terminals here. We got some kind of chemical petroleum products here, perhaps. And here we have more like, feed for livestock. We got like a granary, maybe grain mill. I don't know, something there. Anyway, yeah, you see all alongside the river, because the river is a industrial navigational. You can put you can run barges up and down and transport it. And it's it has been for hundreds of years and still will be. This transport system, which is pretty cool. They should make a version of this Tanner. You could land on the water. You could blow some balloons. It has floats. All right, we're gonna have. You can see the distance. The city of Cincinnati. It's getting dramatically closer, but we still got another 8 minutes of flying to enjoy just kind of the river view, riverside, kind of commercial areas here. This looks like a train right away here, which of course you'd see. You'd see a train next to that's trains. There's a road, train tracks, roads, all sorts of transportation. It's a transportation feast. We got planes, trains, and automobiles. If you consider us a plane, and plenty of automobiles. Kind of an overrated movie, in my opinion. Let's not talk about it. Okay, plenty of radio stations. Just want to see if any of these towers get real interesting looking. Wow, the city of Cincinnati is becoming more dramatically large every second as we approach from the west. I'm sure I've flown over at some point. How you doing, science? Checking out Cincinnati and the Tanarg. Beautiful day. It's a pretty much. I saw the weather report, and it basically said, yeah, it's pretty much a beautiful day all over the entire country of America. So I'm like, yeah, well, we'll check it out. So I got the live weather turned on. That's a pretty iconic looking tower, radio tower. I'm sure if you're from Cincinnati, in the same way, we have the Yerba Buena Tower up there for San Francisco. All right, so as soon as we make this turn here, you kind of see how this starts to be the outer industrial commercial area of Cincinnati. What? Okay, will you do me a favor and answer? Because I'm sure it's an easy question. What is the river that Cincinnati is, on the main? It's on a pretty big river. I just for some reason. Oh, look how. Oh, that's like a train operations. Massive train yard. Wow. That's some train. Wait a minute. There's a building I want to check out over here. This is great. We're in a really, really easy to fly plane. Well, it's an ultralight. This built. I guess it's. I just want to see if it's built like a theater. The Ohio River. Cool. Hold on a second here. Look at what we got here. It's like a swimming pool that actually looks like it has water in it, which is not normal. And this building that looks kind of like. It looks like giant radio speakers or something like that, or I don't know what it is. It's some kind of concert hall. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm going to go over to Google Maps here. Today we shall learn something. There's always some kind of building I want to know. I should have preloaded this. Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's look just to the west of it. Okay, Cincinnati. Here's Cincinnati. Right, here's all those train tracks. There's this weird-looking building. There's the weird-looking building. Okay. Wait, okay, so I see where the train tracks are, where they start to curve in. There. Okay. It's the Cincinnati Museum Center. The Nancy and David Holocaust and Humanity Memorial is over here. Okay, it's Cincinnati Museum Center. I'm glad we checked it out. It is a museum. And we should be able to find the TQL Stadium right after this. All right, let's go over here. It looks great in the game. I mean, it's obviously kind of old. All right, we're going to check out the stadium. The stadium apparently is due east. Some cool looking commercial buildings there. Lots of these kind of really interesting looking radio towers. Here's Cincinnati. Here we go due east from the museum, which is right there. So we kind of go southeast. We should go over the stadium, the TQL stadium first. You know me and my stadiums. Should be around here somewhere. Where is it? Okay, there's the museum. TQL Stadium. I think it's that. It's wait a minute, no, it's can't. It's an enclosed stadium. This says the Cincinnati. It just says Cincinnati. It's probably a university. Yeah, it's been built more recently. It's not on the map because I can see exactly where we are on Google Maps, and right there is the stadium. If you look today, but if you look on whatever maps they built this one, you still kind of see some old buildings here. It's right here. It must be pretty new. Right there. It's like in this area here. So they obviously did some demolishing. But that's interesting because I see that I see a stadium on the Google Maps, and it is not at all represented. What's on the hill here? Jackson Hill Park. Christ Hospital Apothecary. It's definitely a hospital hill. You see hospitals on a hill a lot, and this is one of them. Some religious affiliation. I don't know exactly what hospital that is. Nice looking. All right, we still haven't done downtown Cincinnati, but this is a great angle to come in from. Lots of really some interesting stuff going on here, but you're kind of on a bluff here. You got this kind of steep area here that you can't really get down that easily. I mean, there's roads. All right, let's head to Cincinnati. We're gonna tune up our radio to WKRP. We're gonna see if we can find some boulevards and do some urban canyon carving, because we're definitely not getting above the level of these skyscrapers or tall buildings, or you call them. I think we can make it through here. Why not? Why not? Oh, here's a stadium. Here's your stadiums. Right here, let's see what this one looks good, too. I mean, this one looks real. Some games are not. This is the American ballpark where the Cincinnati Reds play. And everything is red. Happy 50th anniversary. It's got a lot of stuff here. Okay, I just want to check on where I am on the map. Okay, that stadium is there. Okay, there's the stadium. Okay, and the other stadium where the Bengals play is behind us. We're gonna have to make a turn to get around here. But man, this is great. Oh, I don't want to run into those. Good job. Good job, good. All right, so that's where the Reds play. Okay, the Bengals play over there. We're gonna check that out. That's the football squad. Yes, she was on WKRP. I'll just say that was her. That was basically her only famous role. She was the one with everyone commented on her who saw her. I was like, is that helmet head helmet hair that she's wearing? Her hair looked like it was kind of like it was kind of like it could deflect bullets that that might be coming in at an angle on them. Anyway, she was a nice person apparently. Okay, this is the Bengals stadium. I just want to see how detailed it is. We're gonna get out here. Oops, what did I just do? Press the wrong button. Just right button. That's the right button. All right, we're gonna get out using our magical parachutes and take a good look at the detailing. You don't want to get too close, but you can get reasonably close. There's the Stadium Fifth Third Bank. There's lots of advertising. There's lots of room for your Bengals fans to sit. Oh yeah, this is the scoreboard over here. Kind of pretty well done. Bud Light, Toyota. All right, and there's us flying around. We could probably land. The problem with landing is that you kind of have to get over the edge and then dip down. And it can be tricky. All right, let's fly around Cincinnati some more. I don't think we've seen all the buildings in Cincinnati. This one here looks like it has a restaurant with a view. I think this must be a hotel. There's Millennium Hotel here. That's probably where the restaurant is. There's Macy's building, front chair. We got your First Third Bank buildings. Actually, a bunch of First Third Banks. I think it's kind of headquartered here. And you got this real building that looks like a gherkin. I wonder where the state or the government offices are. That's quite a building there. I mean, it's very unusual. What does we say here? It's Great America Insurance Group. Oh, it's pretty quite. All sorts of gorgeous buildings. It's a beautiful day. Lots of people driving around the freeways. And that's allowed. But yeah, I mean, I just, more American cities, I say yes, we'll fly around them. But again, there's various points of interest. I don't know if you heard this before. I don't know if you're science, if you're still here, but you remember I bought that add-on for Lukla for Mount Everest. We flew it a lot, and I like spent a lot of time walking around the area there. Well, they recently had an update for it, and I tried it on stream, and it's really messed up now. I'm like, it's not nearly as good as it was before the update. Thanks, updaters. So it's a paid upgrade, and they updated it, and now it's not nearly as good. Hopefully it's just a mistake, and they'll do another upgrade. All right. So again, if we fly out here a little bit, we're gonna see the museum again. I just kind of want to go up this kind of like has this kind of grassy area here. But I mean, it's not horrible, but I'm just like, why did you mess with it? It was already quite good. I mean, it had all these scripted events. You could go inside and see people arguing at the baggage claim area. It was that level of detail, and you can't go in that building anymore. I just like how it looks like a deep swimming pool there. It probably isn't. Anyway, this is a museum, and then this is just a massive train yard. I mean, it is massive. Actually, I kind of want to check out what's at the other end there. Let's go up there. That's a great thing about flying. You just say, "Hey, let's check that out." Something like that, something, or just they didn't care or something like that. But again, this wasn't like some random free online upgrade. This is something I purchased from the marketplace. I got my money's worth out of it because we used it a lot. But still, there's a couple of different and Mount Everest and Lukla area ones, because you got the train areas still going out here, lots of cargo storage. This old double-decker bridge here. What is this over here? Over Char. Only one way to find out, and that is for me to look it up on Google Maps. Sorry. So we're here. There's the trains. What is this set of buildings? Doesn't really say. Where's that hill? Oh, no, that's this set of buildings, right? What is this, for example? Yeah, it's just a kind of an area. It's not like a universal, like a single thing. It's like a storage thing. It's a little area. Okay. Well, yeah, that's definitely where that is. I know where we're. But yeah, this train yard is epic. I mean, even on Google Maps, it's humongous. But look how far back it goes. You barely see the city and the river, and it's still going. I bet that the square footage of this train yard is bigger than the actual city of Cincinnati. I mean, and it serves a lot the state of Ohio and all the neighboring states, and probably the whole country's rail cars are going through this one area here. Thus the need for a lot of trackage. It's pretty impressive, though. So I think in this day and age, rail is such an old technology, but it's still so highly well used. All right, so this is basically the end. This is it here. This is the end of the rail yard. This is where it just becomes a rail line. So I can imagine the traffic jams if all those trains from down there want to come onto one of these two little rails here. Or it's probably like four. But you see, this is the exit rails. So if you're coming in and out from somewhere else, we're heading kind of east. So probably from the eastern, from the western side, right? Okay, and then there's this. This is the major road. I'm just interested. This is just kind of like how you're going to get to Cincinnati from the other direction, because we came from the river direction. We got a big inflatable igloo or something. I don't know. It's just a storage building or something. But wow, it's a gorgeous day. You'll say, oh yeah, there's some kind of thing there. This is the first point of interest we've seen in a while. Oh, it just says Cincinnati. It's a point of interest indicating the city. So yeah, I got that. I don't know if you saw the other day. I spent $5 on a scenery for Detroit and Windsor, and it looks really good. So I flew that a bit, but I don't want to overuse it. So I'll be flying that more next week, or over the next 4. We're definitely going to go back to Detroit. I want to go in the ATIA so we can land in the ball field, which is very detailed now. So there's that huge rail yard area. And then you got these kind of more. I like these more. Oh yeah, we started up at the. We were up there at the. We were already up there at the hospital on the hill. I want to. I want to go a little further to east. We started west. We headed east. We went north of the city, and now we're going to head east of the city, along the water a little bit. I'm sure it's all nice there, but we're going to say again, we started really, rural, then it got suburban, and now it's getting urban, and then we're going to do the reverse procedure as we head out. Check out some of these churches. Quite a few churches. There's a couple right there. There's one right there. It's like a whole churchy district right here. Got a nice big boulevard here. Tanarg is all just point and go. There's no tail. It's very much literal seat of the pants flying, but it really comes across well in Microsoft Flight Simulator, as opposed to the helicopters, which just seem like hell. Okay, that's a little like a theater, like an outdoor theater, right? You set up chairs on the grass, and then there's a little covered theater there, kind of there, for outdoor events. Kind of cool. I like it. But I always like to be able to identify buildings. This building's got great architecture here. Very complicated. And that one too. We already seen a lot of these, but that's okay. It's this like grassy area there. That one's a little messed up. Oh my. All right, so here's where those. Okay, so right. So besides the, they also have a basketball team, the Cincinnati whoever's, and who are good, and all their teams are pretty good sometimes. But you see them all there. In the distance is the football team. The middle one there is the baseball team, and then that enclosed building there is the arena for basketball. All right on the Ohio River. We can't go under any of these bridges. If you see them kind of have that opaque look there, that's because it's just the way they're modeled. They don't have an under. It's an AI version of the bridge. If they were to kind of manually update this area, one thing they'll do is fix all the bridges so you can fly under them. But I just thought we'd go up the Ohio River a bit, see what's up here. Buzz some freight, some freight boats. But you can see, yeah, they can get pretty big freighting ships up and down this river, the Ohio River, if that's realistic. It's not just. I was thinking maybe they just have barges loaded with like 10 or 15 of them, but no. But see, here's all these people. They live with a river view of the Ohio River. Hello, how you doing? I don't see too many people there. Let's see. If we look behind us, you can see, yeah, this is definitely the outskirts of Cincinnati. You can definitely be working downtown, commuting from here. I don't know what the public transportation is like. That we don't know. By the way, cheers. There's some Diet Coke coming in there for you. We're flying at 400 feet. Actually, we're probably a little lower. I don't know if I adjusted my altimeter. You see our shadow down there. All right, what's over on this side? I think this side looks a little more interesting, the left side here. A couple more. That's a pretty big church right there. I gotta say. All right, we're going to fly down this side. So this is the north side of the Ohio River, which is basically goes west to east here. Or, I don't know, east to west, whatever. Flows one way or the other. Never flown around here before, I don't think. I mean, even if we've done Cincinnati before, I don't recall doing anything this, or just kind of, scout the environment. There's a whole bunch of playing fields for playing. You can play ball there if you want. There's another, looks like apartment building on the hill. A little further out though, Oh, let's go down here. Shopping malls right here. We're making a solid 90 knots. I really like how this, the other ultralights are, go a lot slower. By the way, you can kind of see how the these little stay wires tend to flex and move around. It's kind of cool in a sort of a realistic way. Ooh, if we wanted to land somewhere, we can land on this little grass strip out here. But there's more stuff to see. There's a smokestack, some kind of factory or something. Definitely get into the outskirts here. Oh, a lot of parking here. What for? I don't know. Hard to tell. A lot of parking. I wonder if there's a ferry or something. Like, why would you need all that parking? Yeah, figure out in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if there's like boat docks and like you can park and then take a ferry into town. I don't really. I guess not. You know, you just have to drive. Be a good idea. But there's more. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It looks like boats, so that's a boating marina. So people do have boats, and they can go up and down the Ohio River, and then keep them off the river. Okay, I'm learning stuff. River Town. Okay, and those are all boats on trailers. They're probably rented places. I think there's lots more. Those campsites. Yeah, I don't know. Lots more places to park your boat. Don't worry, they're not sunk. They're just parked. But so more like camping. But you're not even that far from Cincinnati. That's over here. Now we're starting to get into the heavily wooded area. We're still heading east, southeast. Actually, right. There's this little tributary here. The main river's over here. And then there's this thing here. Which, I bet I can find this on the map. I mean, it seems really like it should be quite visible. Is that, oof. Alright, let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to get the map. Turn out we went east. Okay, oh, by the way, Kentucky is on one side, Ohio is on the other side. Are we flying kind of south here? Is the river going south? Yeah, okay, the river's going south. So now we're looking at the east side of the river. And we flew over a bunch of things. And then there's a weird set of buildings out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, where's that tributary? Oh, there's the tributary. Okay, got it. It is the Greater Cincinnati Waterworks, according to this map. What you're looking at right here. The Greater Cincinnati Waterworks. I just looked it up. And I believe these are all kind of storage for fresh water. Although, that looks like a golf course there. Okay, give me a second here. I just don't want to crash. I have the map right here. You know, that is definitely a golf course. And the name of it is, believe it or not, California. There's like a little, kind of a little village here down that way. Can't really see it that well. All right, let's go back to the river. I'm just looking at the map of Google's. And then this is Route 275 right here. This is the Combs Head Bridge, H-E-H-L Bridge? I don't know. Okay, we'll head up the river here. We're actually kind of, at this point, we're kind of going south. What does that say up there? Cold Spring. Let's check it out. It's not too far. Okay, then there's a bunch more stuff here. Like another huge parking lot. Damn, it just makes me curious. Yeah, it's on the map, too. This is Belterra Park, Cincinnati. Belterra Park horse racing. There's the Riverbend Music Center right here. Riverbend, you can see that the area there where they have indoor and outdoor concerts, and that's why they need a big parking area. It's a performance area, and then this also needs a big parking area because this is probably one of the bigger horse racing facilities in the area. If you want to see horse racing, I believe. Pretty looking. We are seeing all sorts of stuff today, and I'm glad I brought my maps out so I can kind of identify things. Again, one side is Kentucky, and the other side is Ohio. That'd be Kentucky. This is Ohio, according to the Googles. Okay, there's lots more stuff. Kentucky. All right, yeah. Now we're gonna head down to where there's not gonna be a lot of stuff. This direction, which is good. That's where I want to go. Again, one of the things you'll notice is the water in rivers doesn't look nearly as good as the raw water in any other kind of thing. It's moving water. It just doesn't look good in the game. And that's the reason why is because moving water has an elevation change, whereas things like lakes and oceans don't. They're flat. They follow the curvature of the earth. But water in a river is moving, and it's always higher on one end that it's moving from and lower on the other end, and that's what causes all these weird small discontinuities in the game that it just can't handle. They've tried to update these a few times, but you can see they are obviously bugs. You know, they obviously are graphic bugs. Oh, they're really bad, in fact. Oof, those are terrible. And they specifically occur because this water, in order to follow the terrain correctly, has to go up and down. It has to change elevation over any distance, really. If it were perfectly flat, you wouldn't have these. But it's not. Whereas an ocean, or perfectly to the curvature of the Earth, whereas an ocean is, and a lake is, because they're not moving water. It's just interesting. I like to talk about it every time. But yeah, they have someday they will solve the moving water problem and have realistic rivers and streams. But as it is, you have to have a special programming, and they just don't have it. So it looks pretty bad. It's too bad. It'd be not, because you think all I want is just for them to kind of get rid of these visual artifacts. I don't really need them to change anything, but it's got to be harder than it sounds. All right, we're on this road following the Ohio River here. This is on Ohio. Where are we heading? I don't know. There must be a major city. Oh yeah, I wanted to go down that way, right? And we kind of passed it. There must be something. There's something up ahead. We'll find that. There's got to be some little village up ahead. Yeah, you can't even see Cincinnati at the distance at this point. It's way back there, which is cool because we're making some good time. Not that we're going anywhere in particular. All right, so if I zoom this out, I see what is the next town of any kind? Not much. Not much. I mean, that, because Cincinnati kind of sucks up the urban areas in the area. Well, if we stay on the river long enough, we will find another couple of villages. And I'll give it another 5 minutes. But I do, can't fly forever. I love flying this Tanarg. Again, it's easy to fly. In the real world, doing this would be a workout because you're kind of having to constantly rebalance yourself and push that bar around, and it's resisting you. It's not like there's no artificial system. You see this guy moving that bar around? That's his muscles. If it was a real person. Now, I'm just using my thumb to do the thumbsticks. It's real easy. But in the real world, this would be a workout. So that's why I don't want it. The other thing I found out about the Magni Gyro, next time we fly the Magni Gyro, which will probably be soon. I've always been saying, well, if I were to own an ultralight, I'd want to own a gyrocopter. They're so cool. And I love it in the game. It's my favorite. In the real world, I would not enjoy flying a gyrocopter at all. And there's a reason for that. We'll discuss it. I've been watching these videos of people make of themselves flying a gyro, either a Magni Gyro or sometimes other brands or a bunch of other brands. But they all have the same issue, which is this thing called stick shake. And what happens is while you're flying it and that rotor is flying around, because of the way it's connected to this control stick and the general way, and there's no avoiding this, the stick vibrates to the left and the right all the time, and your hand vibrates with it too. This is what it looks like to fly a gyrocopter. It's not going to be comfortable. Regular planes don't have that issue at all. Even ones that require fixed wing planes, even ones that require very light and require you would actually physically move the control surfaces. They don't have hydraulically assisted systems. But the Magni, it's not hydraulic system. But your hand is. So I was watching this guy fly, and I was watching his hand vibrate for 10, 15 minutes like that on the stick. And I was like, wow, not fun to fly. And the thing is, a helicopter doesn't have that issue because in the helicopter, it's kind of complicated. But in the helicopter, the control stick is not directly hooked up to the rotors. It's hooked up to a collective device, or a cyclic collective device that varies the pitch of each blade as it travels around a circle with 360 degrees. In blah blah blah. That's what you're controlling. And that thing doesn't shake as the rotor spins around. But in a gyro, as the rotor spins around, there's these two rods attached to the left and right side, and those are going to go up and down like that. They have to, because the rotor is, it's not balanced. As it spins around. It's pretty easy. The point is, you can easily see, and they try to minimize. They try to adjust the stick so there's minimal amount of stick shake. There's no adjusting. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm doing a random talk about the gyrocopters and why I decided didn't want to own a gyrocopter. After all, as I say, they're great in the game, but I think it would be very tiring and painful even to fly a gyrocopter for any length of time. Um, unlike just about any other. Now these, as I mentioned, these are also very manual. You know, you're holding on, but to dear life to those, and every little thing I'm doing here requires you to kind of move that piece of metal that's holding, that's effectively changing the weight. So you're suspended on a from a pivot point there. All you're doing is changing the weight, and the thing is pretty heavy, so you got to do fairly large movements of your arms to get these movements down here, and that means that you're gonna be tired after about 10 or 15 minutes, and that's bad because you can't rest either. You can't just put it on autopilot. So I would say, man, that's the other reason why I probably wouldn't want to fly an ultralight. We're gonna head out to where these there's a tower there. We're gonna check it out. And then I'm gonna land. We can always land in a field, like any flat field. Could easily land there on a road. Don't need an airport. Other great thing about the Tanarg. Let's see. We got a riverboat here. I'll investigate some kind of commercial. We're gonna buzz this guy. Anyway, if you're new to my content, which you might well be, people apparently are watching and following. I basically go about 5 days a week, and it's always a stream in which the first part I run around and do a little mission in Flight Simulator, start up the plane, fly, take off. Nothing involving long trips by jet at 36,000 feet, or rarely. Occasionally, I'll fly my Concorde, and that really, if you want to go Mach 2, you got to be at 55,000 feet. So, but that's the only time I try to get at high altitude. Here's the beautiful Ohio River, Kentucky. Hello, Kentucky. Hello, Ohio. They look pretty much the same to me. What do I know? This could be a nuclear power plant. We're going to find out. This could be I think it's called the Moscow nuclear plant, maybe. I'll find out in a second. Or is it Lillian Creek? We'll find out in a second. What does it say? Synergy Access Road, Moscow, Ohio. Yeah, but what's it called? Usually they'll give you a point of interest here. I wonder if it's not kind of picked out on the map because it's a strategic thing. Anyway, so basically about 50 minutes, so we're almost over. And then I'm going to land, and then I'm going to do some big brain games, and then there's going to be a short break where I play my mid-roll. And then it's always a live musical performance by moi. Usually it's a good one, meaning Ken's Piano Lounge. But unfortunately today is guitar day. Unfortunately for you, I love playing guitar, though. Man, I'm like, I was reading that Carlos Santana. He's like 80 years old. He gets really happy and excited with the idea of holding a guitar. He still, as of recently. And I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling. It's a great feeling. Thank you for the cheap followers. So this is, you can't see the containment area, the containments, I think. But I'm going to look this up if I can. Okay, that is definitely a cooling tower that you use for something that's producing a lot of heat, okay? But I'm not 100%. It's definitely Synergy, which is Cincinnati Energy. But what kind of... I'm not 100% sure it is nuclear. I don't know much. And if it was, it's certainly not marked here as to what kind of plant it is. But yeah, it's definitely... it looks like there is multiple things. Like they are burning coal. Because you can see over there, there's like piles of stuff. Lots of cheap viewers. All right. So yeah. Anyway, there's a that's where Cincinnati gets some of its energy from. All right, where are we gonna land? Oh yeah. Ooh, let's see where we're gonna land. I don't know. This little green area here. This is the one right here. We're gonna pass it. We're gonna make a turn. I'm gonna come around on it. And we're gonna try to land. It's got to be flat. It might be somebody's cornfield or something. We're gonna find out. Cannot land on the water, and can't land on a road. But we're gonna go for this little green patch here. So we're gonna come around here. Make sure it's behind. There it is. I'm treating it like a runway. Hopefully it's reasonably flat and doesn't have any large rocks on it. Looks like there's some more storage of like granite or pebbles. I don't know, whatever they concrete. I don't know. It's pretty over here. All right, we're gonna make this turn here. All right. Okay, we're gonna make this turn here. Excuse me. There it is. Okay, there it is. We're coming low. We'll reduce engine speed here. Reduce our engine. Well, yeah, that's because in addition to you know, we're always coming up with power saving versions of various electricity using devices like lights and refrigerators and things like that. TVs used to use a lot more power on average. The modern TVs are actually much more power efficient. Like we've got some high grass here. All right, cut off our engine. Still going kind of fast here. Oh, that is some high grass. I think that's a cornfield. I think we just landed into a cornfield. All right, let's go out to the dirt here. Oh, see, there's like space in between there. This is kind of funny. It is not as flat as I was hoping, but we'll be fine. Let's go out to the exit. Let's exit the cornfield. That's what it looks like from here. That's actually kind of cool. I'm sorry. We'd be like chopping corn though from the back from the propeller though. There'd be corn coming out of the back because it'd go right through the propeller. You shouldn't do that. But look at that. We got kind of we got the cooling tower with the steam in the background. This is probably a better place to land than in the actual field. By the way, where they're. I just love this game. I don't know why. It's silly, but it is. All right, it is what it is. All right, if I get out of the plane here, and I'm going to attempt to make a shot that has that in the background, but also encompasses the fact that we're in a cornfield. I'm getting too picky. That's gonna have to be it. There we go. Make a little postcard. I'm gonna mail it to myself. But of course, we got to shut off the engine. Where's the engine shut off? Okay, engine magnetos right here. Off. Yeah, corn and soybean. It's either one or the other. I think that's corn. But yeah, no, there's a lot of since Ohio would certainly be if there's a flat part of land, it's probably got some kind of field on it. I don't really see necessarily a farm nearby, so I don't know if this would really be a place where they'd put corn. But yeah, I love landing this thing on a field. There's something a real vibe about it. That's what it looks like from here. But that was actually really cool coming out of the cornfield. I kind of want to go back in and kind of hunt around in there for Horcruxes or something. Are we actually on an angle? Yeah, we're like one of our things is on one of our legs is on a rock. Okay, that's it though. I'm gonna go into the just chatting category because we're moving over. We're gonna move on. I've got a lot of streaming to do, but we're gonna move into just chatting category so that I can whip up the big brain games for the day. Let's go just back to my face for a second while I get out of here. So I found out that the Osprey has been updated. So over sometime this weekend before I'm going to have to go on before I go on and make sure that the Osprey's controls are working. I know they're not because I had to do special controls for the Osprey in 2020. And so they've just updated it for 2024, which is pretty cool. Just a brand new update today. I'm pretty excited about that. So we fly in the Osprey tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, one of these days. All right, let's see. We're just category. I'm bringing up my browser, switching over to the Quirtle. That's where we start the big brain games. Big brain game number 1 is a Quirtle. It's a lot like the Wordle. I already played the Wordle today. By the way, I want to check something real quick here. Okay, that seems fine. All right. Oh, I'll have to call them a little later. Okay. All right. So we're going to do these. This one here, upper right, could be Penny. Probably. And then we have Mount on the upper left. This is going to be a possibly easy one. Yeah, those are the 2 easy ones. You got to solve. I already did the Wordle today. You got to solve 4 or 5 letter words at the same time. If you haven't seen that before, you've probably seen the Wordle. But let's see. This one here could be refit. Could be a couple things, but let's just try it. Okay, it was refit. And then let's see what we have over here. We have a L, O, A, B, and R. So what is that one going to be? Labor. Maybe. All right, game number 2. We do 5 games total. That was 1. Game number 2 is the revealed. A daily puzzle game. You don't have to pay. All right, today's puzzle in the category is a person. That means their first name has 5 letters and their last name has 7. It's always good to make the count. Okay, so this blank person, it's a heavily redacted document. Okay, I'm gonna read this so that I can get. It usually gives me an idea of what's going on here. But it's a person born August 4th someday, died. All right, a dead person. Blah blah blah. Was a blank, blank, and blank who founded his blank brand of blank and blank in blank. During his lifetime, blank introduced a number of innovations to blank, and his blank later grew to become one of the most blank and blank blank in the blank. It is now known for blank as well as blank, 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 and other blank. Okay, so there's a couple obvious ones here. Innovations to luggage. Luggage. I'm going to guess Louis Vuitton because I think it'll fit. And yeah, okay. Luggage was the clue we needed. You know, it's more than just that. It's a person who obviously was a designer of something. Fashion house in the world is now known for leather goods as well as clothing, jewelry, accessories, and other high-end products. So yeah, Louis Vuitton I would associate with luggage, and that's the only clue we needed. Let's see how we did. That was a pretty easy one for us. Only needed 1 reveal and 0 hints. Other players needed, that's what he looked like. I did not know what Louis Vuitton looked like. 4.9 reveals and 1.7 hints. 75% eventually solved it. But we kicked their asses because we did much better. All right, next quiz is the Tightrope trivia quiz. It's a 9-question timed multiple choice trivia quiz. As soon as I hit that button, Friday is the third from the hardest. 1, 2, 3. The hardest is Sunday. And these can get pretty hard. I mean, trivia could be anything. You know, some trivia you're gonna know, some trivia you're gonna not know, and some trivia you're gonna have to kind of process of elimination. But we got to do it fast to get the big score. So let's go. Tulip. Past scissors, James, lizards, borders, a smell. And it's a tongue. My cat's going to want me to use it. I'm in the middle of the trivia quiz, cat. Do not bug me. Found inside a New Year's king cake. Chess piece? Oof. Toy baby. That was... I would think a king cake might have a chess king in it. Completely despondent. I still have no idea what a New Orleans king cake is and why you'd put a dead baby in it. Hudson, boy, that took a while, but then I realized, yeah, New York, Hudson, yeah, New York, it's that part of the world. Mitosis is cells duplicating. Ever. Process of elimination. Edward. I almost guessed Edward. That's another hard one. Boy, I hope I get the last one because you can get 2 and still cross the trivia. Wrong. Bad. I mean, well, we got to cross it, and we're not going to get a good score. I'm not going to get a score. I don't know about you guys. Oof. Hey, there's always tomorrow. Yesterday I got all 9. It was easier. At least I don't feel it's so bad because those two questions were, I think, pretty damn hard. I'm not good at English royalty questions. All right, we got two more big brain games to go, and then it's gonna be a short break, and then I'm gonna play some guitar. So be sure to get ready to smash that mute button as quickly as possible. All right, we're gonna do the classic and the rescue. The classic is just kind of an octortal warm up. You got to solve 8 5-letter word puzzles at the same time. So that we see 4, but you got to scroll down. There's actually 8. All right, what do we got here? We got nosy over here. Nosy. We got could be lofty. Got to be lofty, right? Lofty on the lower left. Oh, the F didn't care. Okay, we got what we have here. Lioli something E. Olive. Maybe olive. Hello. Let's try olive because I don't know what else would go there. The V also not helpful. All right, let's keep moving along. This one here, BRIA. It's probably Briar, which seems to come up a lot in this game for some strange reason. All right, we got 4 more to go. We're doing pretty well. This one here on the lower right, I'm just thinking otter. We hate them, but hey, it's a word. Then we have here, upper left is going to be basil. Basil, Faulty Towers, Faulty Towers, not that overrated show. Okay, here we have, upper right is Bayou. It's a good old American, not at all French word. And then we have, let's see, let's just try happy for this one here. Because it could be happy, was happy. All right, that was the easy one. Now we're going to do the hard one. The hard one is the rescue. It's harder because, well, it's hard because it chooses 4 random crappy starting words for you. So you basically have to work backwards in a certain sense. Although there's always a few like chirp here, which, there's only one thing it could be, so you grab them. But then there'll be some which we have no information on. Like we do not have any words in the starting words that you either use a U or a O. That's just pretty awful. This one here is going to maybe be, what is that one? F and a G. It could be ING. So it could be, I don't want to guess anything though, because that'd be ING, there'd be an F. Let's look at some other things. There's got to be something here. Okay, there's a A and a G. It could be G. Oh, there's no E used either. Oh my God. It could be so many things. This is going to be completely impossible. So it's kind of random. Sometimes they're going to be a lot easier. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to guess glass for this upper. It's not going to be helpful, but I think that's pretty much the only thing that could be there. Then we have, hopefully it's apple, but it could be ample. It can't be ample. Let's try apple. Oof, it was apply. That's not good. But at least we now have the Y, which we did before. We still don't have the O and the U. And now we know, let's see. This one starts in A, something, IC. That should tell us, like, it could be attic. ATTIC. What else could it be? Right? Oof. Oh, well, we screwed up. It could have been something else. What is it? Antic. I should have guessed antic. Well, we're not going to win today because you don't have guesses. You can't get 2 wrong. You can only get 1 wrong. Well, I got 2 wrong. But let's just finish it up here. Last one here, or this one here is going to be Grant. We wouldn't have figured that out until we'd had the A, or the N, and the T. We got those recently. Let's see. What else can we get here? We get 2 more words out of the 3. Let's figure out what we can get. Yeah, I still think it's not NG because the N's not there. Oh, it's Feign, right? FEIGN. All right, and we got 1 more to get that we can get. Let's see if we know what this one is here. there's an A at the end, right? The A has to be at the end, so the T has to be at the beginning. So it's T-E, oh, it's tetra, right? And the last one was, oh, it was Terra. It wasn't, well, we did terrible. And Rebus. I don't know if I would have got Rebus from there. And it wasn't Tetra, it was Terra. It couldn't have been Tetra. Wow. All right. I got to say, I'm going to give myself a C minus on the brain games today, but there's always tomorrow. And by the way, I don't get paid. So it's not like, it's not like that score is something that I care about terribly. 15 community marbles. Okay, who else is on? Heavenly starting up pretty soon. All right, let's see. We're done with the big brain games. Isn't that exciting? Not really. Not really at all. I'm looking forward to playing some music for an hour or so, dinking around on the guitar. Why didn't it change to music? I typed music. Music, please change to music this time. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to run my little mid-roll and then, take a little break. And when I come back, it'll be guitar time. See you then. And here we are back in the musical category. We got a little guitar, excuse me, like camera. That's where I like it, right here. A little bit that way there. There I am with my tie-dye shirt and my shorts. It's still summer for another week. Got 10 days of summer. 9. It's burned out. It's not too much light. Let me try something here. Temporary paradise. Anyway, talk about guitars. I'm just warming up here. This guitar is my newest fancy cheap guitar. I call it a fancy cheap guitar because, I mean, $250 is not necessarily cheap for anything, and certainly not for a guitar. But when I usually pay over $500, $2,000. I paid $1,800 for my PRS, which is actually really. It's normally $2,000. It was on sale, $200 off, brand new. The average price of a guitar I think is about $800 to $900. I paid there's a couple where I paid $500 for, or $400. This is the $250 guitar on Amazon. It's not a brand name guitar. It's Leo James. It's obviously, I don't know where it's made. India, Bangladesh. I don't know. Maybe China. Who knows? Doesn't matter. I guess, but it's a pretty good guitar. Now, I wouldn't recommend you buy this guitar on Amazon unless you have guitar tech skills like I do. You can adjust a truss rod. You have no problem adjusting a truss rod. You can adjust all these little things here in the bridge to because the action is way too high. Things like adjusting the pickup height, that should be no problem for you. And if you can do all those things, yeah, you can probably get this guitar to perform quite well. I had to put the strings on. You better be comfortable doing that. But then you get this great guitar. I mean, for $300, each one of these tops is different, right? They're all unique. You're getting 2 humbuckers for splittable coil splitting. 24 frets, stainless steel frets, locking tuners, strap locks come standard for you. They're not great, but they're working like Dunlop style strap locks, which are pretty cool. You pop them off like that. When you kind of this little collar you turn, it's not going to come off by itself by any way, shape, or form unless you pull that little collar there. But it comes off quite easily when you. It's a pretty cool mechanism. They didn't invent it. Do a little finger picking here. See if I get this right. Cold. position. If I put a capo on, how it's going to sound. Do you have to tune this guitar a little more than I should? I'm pretty sure I know why. It's going to take a while to get it to be fixed. It has to do with, I think this bridge is just a little bit loose. It's not, it needs to be screwed in a little bit more. Buckingham there. You gotta get Alice like to check the tune. Lindsay Buckingham. Lindsay. All right, I feel like singing in the rain. It's not raining though, unfortunately. So that's not an option. Oh, we haven't done this in a while. In a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Hot minute. Where do we want this audio wise? Right there. I like it a little on the loud side.
Christmas.
Charles Barkley. Yeah. I gotta read the lyrics.
Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. Yeah. See you in heaven if you make the list. Any about this one. Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Any, are you keeping on nervous? Hey, baby. Are we losing touch? They put a man on the moon. Man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing is cool. Moses went walking with a staff of wood. Yeah. Newton got me by the apple good. Yeah. Egypt is troubled by the horrible ass. Yeah. Mr. Charles Darwin had the ball to ass. Almost to that, yeah. Any about this one. Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Any, are you goofing on Elvis? Say, baby, are you having fun? If you believe.
I think I know this one by now. I don't know if I need. I probably do need lyrics. The lyrics are a little hard to memorize. In this song.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do. Don't you now? Back me, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it now. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do. Not you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. And maybe gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, I wonder why. Hey, Donnie. Today is gonna be the day, but they're never throwing back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do. Not you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you. I don't know how. And maybe could it be the one that saves me? And after all, and I wonder why. I said, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, and I wonder why. Hey, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
I don't know, but we're getting tired of doing that. They're still touring. They're touring in America, I believe. They're playing that song all the time, every night. You know, Wonderwall is getting played to an enormous accord and cheers and people fainting from the excitement of hearing Wonderwall, not just being an Oasis concert. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think that's their most anticipated song, I would imagine.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. When I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? When I try to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it. But I keep on thinking about you, just a golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you leave me here? Love me just a little, just enough to show you care. When I try to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it.
This is a great guitar, by the way. It's kind of my newest. It's a fancy. It's a cool guitar. It goes well with my tie-dye shirt too. I want to. You know what I want to do? Not this one. I thought I've never actually done a karaoke version of Hotel California, and I know the song. I think. Let's find out. I got to be a million versions. Karaoke. What do we got? What do we got here? We got this one. Oh, we got this one. Okay, I kind of know these people, right? What key is it gonna be? Wait, that's how I like to play it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I do this comes right. It's in the right key. That's why I like to play it. Oh, really, their version's really off key. But my guitar's tuned. Yeah, let's see if we can find one that has better. It's on key. That one seems like it's kind of old. Let's try this one. That one's way off. Hopefully they're all in the right key. It's in. That's in the key. That's in the keys. I can tell. It's in tune. They're both in the right key.
On a dark desert highway, wind in my hair, warm smell of bonitas rising up in the air. Up ahead in the distance, saw Saw a shimmering. Oh wait, it's not start yet. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Had to stop for the night. Oh, did I just go with that? On a dark desert highway. Oh, too early. I've done this before. Cool wind in my hair. Warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. Heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle. She showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She got the Mercedes Benz. She's got a lot of pretty boys. How they dance in the courtyard. Sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain. Please bring me my wine. He said we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. With you up in the middle of the night, just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. They built it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibi. Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. And she said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. In the master's chambers, gathered for the feast. Stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. The night said the nightman, we are proud to see. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Like this song.
6 minutes and 55 seconds long. What the heck is going on? How did I not know that? I got one or two more in me. Oh, definitely. Sinking. I should have made that so damn loud. Sorry. I love this song.
wear that dress. Oh, kiss me. Beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. Strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver sparkling. So kiss me. Down by the broken treehouse, swing me upon its hanging tire. Ring, break no flower back. We'll take the trail marked on your mother's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. Strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Hey, Hobie Gal. Enjoy Canada. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand. Strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Kiss Yeah, we flew over Cincinnati today, and apparently the entire country is observing nice weather. Probably the last song, but I have a soft spot. I like the song. I remember when it came out, I was like, that's a great song. And I recently decided to relearn it. You say we've got nothing in common. Common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You say the world has come between us, lives have come between us. Still I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing that we've got. Okay, hold on, short. I see you, only one who knew me. Now your eyes see through me. Guess that I was wrong. So what now? Can't you see we're over? Hate when things are over. So much is left undone. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one falling apart. You'll say the world has come between us. Lives have come between us. Here I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing that we got. Oh, and I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing that we've got. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing that we've got.
I want to keep 2 hours and see what we got here. One more. It's a great song, by the way. Thank you. This is a classic. I just like to do every time.
Days when it rained on, days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hating, skipping and
gosh, that's it. That's got to be it for today. Unless I want to just whatever this last one is here. Yeah, I do. Who did I know? Drive Ray. Another R. I got to end on an R song. Start on an R song.
Are divided one by one, and the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break, we've been on this shift too long. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break, we can't reach our destination. Still ways away. Saw a treehouse on the outskirts of the farm. Power lines have loaded, so the airplanes won't. Just to cure it, cause I can't ignore it. If it's love, makes me wanna turn around and face me, but I don't know nothing but love. Come on, turn a little faster. Come on, we'll follow after. Come on, everybody's after love. So I said I must know on running down into the green that's coming. All this love melting under blue skies, melting out sunlight, shimmering loud. Well, baby, I surrender to the strawberry ice cream, never end up. All of this love, think that it accidentally in love. We're accidentally in love. 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 Accidentally. I'm in love. 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 Accidentally. I'm in love. 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 Accidentally. Come on, come on. Being a little tighter. Come on, come on. World's a little brighter. Come on, come on. Get yourself inside of her love. I'm in come on, come on, burn a little after. Come on, everybody's after love. Or accidentally in love. Or accidentally in love. 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 Accidentally. I'm in love. 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 Accidentally. I'm in love. 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 Accidentally. Come on. Come on. Move a little harder. Come on. Come on. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's a good song. All right, I want to do all these songs. I want to do Take Me Over. I want to do Carol on My Mind. I want to do There She Goes. We did Kiss Me. I want to do Wish You Were Here, and we're going to have to do. I want to do Strange. I want to do all these. Smooth Operator. I've never done in my life. I don't know. Oh yeah, these are good. Shiny Heavy People. A lot more rhythm. But man, I have a fairly large karaoke repertoire, so I don't get to do them all every time, which is good. Next karaoke stream will be Saturday. Today's Friday. Next year it'll be Sunday. Tomorrow it'll be Ken's Piano Lounge Day, which I'm always, that's actual professional music because I'm actually a much better piano player. Well, I mean, it's hard to really judge. They're different. They're different. But at least from the context of being able to sit down in front of an instrument, say a piano or guitar, and being able to play, and people go, oh, yeah, that's probably a professional player. I don't think I can pull it off on a guitar, but on piano I can because I won't sing. I'll just play the piano. And what you'll find out tomorrow, if you haven't seen Ken's Piano Lounge before, you're going to see it tomorrow, or hear it, see it. It's an audio visual experience. But meanwhile, look, we're 2 hours in. We had a fantastic stream. I flew around in the Tanarg, one of my ultralights, Cincinnati. Pretty cool area, honestly. I enjoyed it. Some major train yards out there. Lots of stadiums. Really good stuff. This is my favorite things to look at. And then I did some Big Brain Games. Flunked the Big Brain Games, but maybe tomorrow we'll pass the Big Brain Games. Not likely. But that's okay. That's why I put them up. I put them up to... There's definitely potential embarrassment every time I bring up the Big Brain Games. Actually, the revealed game we did very well on. But the others, we finished the Quirtle. One of them. Anyway, let's move right along. All right, beautiful guitar. We're gonna have to say goodbye to the guitar. Next time there'll be another guitar. That's when I do karaoke. I mean, I have like 15 of them, so I like to cycle through. But that guitar is very classy looking. Actually, in person, it's really great too. It's a little cheesy looking in person, honestly, compared to. But I think it shows on the screen really nicely. I do really like. I'll be playing a lot. It has stainless steel frets. Excuse me. One of the advantage of stainless steel frets. There's two advantages of stainless frets. One is when you're bending notes on a fret, it's very smooth because stainless steel is highly polished. It has to be highly polished, and it keeps its polish really well. But more importantly, stainless steel frets don't wear out nearly as quickly as the nickel steel, which is typical on any guitar, on the 99% of guitars. If the guitar has stainless steel frets, it'll advertise, "Oh, I got stainless steel frets on me," but not that many do. It's very hard to work with stainless steel frets because it's a much harder material than the nickel steel. But they're said to never wear out. Especially, I have definitely started wearing out the frets on some of my older electric guitars. like my Les Paul Studio has got some not serious fret wear, not enough to affect its playing, but it's going to get there, and it just has softer frets. This one I want to play it a lot to confirm that in fact that stainless steel frets don't show wear even if you play living crap out of them. So I've been playing a lot, playing it for hours. But I figure you got to play it for like 50, 100 hours before you can really see if there's going to be any wear in it, and I haven't quite there yet. Okay, I just got an unimportant email. I'm just checking my emails at work. But no, I had a great time. I had such a good goddamn time that I'm going to do the whole thing again tomorrow, including the Diet Coke and the flying around. I don't know where we're going to fly around or what we're going to fly around. I say that literally 500 times per show. But again, I had to, it's relaxing. I had a great time, and I'm going to do it some more. I'm just doing things I would do on a daily basis anyway. So there's no reason why I shouldn't just stream it while I'm doing them, including the drinking of the Diet Coke, which is, you can see, kind of tan. It's still cool though, so there's condensation. Let's just check out here. Yeah, it's pretty much done. It's got a little bit of fizzy, but no flavor because the ice melted into it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're done. All right. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Bye, Carol Burnett and everyone else. Hey, I'm going to raid Heavenly because she's hot. And she's also in the music group, and I've raided her before. If I'm in the music guild, and when we finish our music streams, we're supposed to raid other music streamers. It's not a law or anything like that, but they've asked us to do that. So when I'm in the music stream and I see a music streamer that I follow, I am going to jump over there and raid. Just give me a little second here to get that going here. Okay, start the raid. Okay, I'm gonna run my little outro, and when that's partially done, you'll see we'll be running over. I don't think anybody's here, but we'll go over to the to Heavenly. Check her. She's great.